video, I go over the benefits of intermittent fasting. Joe Rogan defines this in his podcast with Rhonda Patrick and Dr. Peter Attia. I'll be going over this diet of celebrities such as Hugh Jackman, Halle Berry, Jimmy Kimmel, and Kourtney Kardashian. I also do the diet myself for a few days, so make sure you stay tuned to see my experience. For more lifestyle and health videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification so that you're notified when I upload every week. And also don't forget to check out my Instagram page, it's called Michelle Yang with 2 eyes. You'll definitely want to stay until the end of this video to see my review of intermittent fasting and what my experience was. Also, just a disclaimer, I am not a medical doctor and I am not recommending this diet in any way, shape, or form. Joe Rogan is also not a doctor, but he has interviewed 2 doctors on his podcast. These doctors are Peter Attia and Rhonda Patrick. They talk about intermittent fasting and time-restricted eating. Joe Rogan himself does practice intermittent fasting, and he does a 16 and 8 window. So for example, he will fast for 16 hours and he will eat for an 8-hour window during the day to make up a 24-hour day. His eating window starts in the early afternoon, such as 1 or 2 p.m. and then it will go on for 8 hours after that, and a lot of people like to do intermittent fasting this way. The first doctor, Peter Attia, said the benefits to intermittent fasting have not yet been shown in humans. He was explaining that the study that intermittent fasting was shown to benefit was in mice. So they couldn't gain weight, they became fat-burning machines, their liver started to produce a fat oxidation enzyme. He was very truthful about the longevity of this affecting humans and that it was not known yet. His benefits that he stated were more personal to himself. So for example, he gave anecdotal experience that it was easier for him to not restrict what he ate when he was able to eat. He also explained how it was very convenient for him to eat in a restricted window because if he's outside somewhere, he doesn't feel like he has to eat something. He still has many hours left to eat later. He did say that it was very convenient to intermittent fast. He also explained that he always had very steady energy levels after intermittent fasting. The second doctor, Rhonda Patrick, was interviewed and she gave a lot more reason and a lot more persuasion about why you should intermittent fast. She said that it will improve your metabolism, and in mice studies, she said that these mice had increases in muscle mass, but they were just changing the time that they were eating, and then that increased their muscle mass. So she extrapolated that to humans and said this will definitely benefit us because it has shown benefits in mice. She said that it will lower hormones that promote cancer growth, and she really believes that it will help you live longer and give you longevity. Rhonda Patrick also did explain that coffee will break your fast. So for example, if your eating window starts at 12 p.m., but you want a cup of coffee at 10 a.m., that's when your eating window is gonna have to start at 10 a.m. because she says that coffee will break your fast. And she says this because when you are starting to metabolize something, when you put something in your body needs to metabolize it. And she said that those metabolizing enzymes and that metabolism process in your body will in fact break your fast because your metabolism can only go for 12 hours is what she said before things start to go wrong in your body. So she definitely recommends just a 12-hour eating window if possible. Now, the main difference between time-restricted eating and intermittent fasting is intermittent fasting is reducing your calories while limiting your eating window. On the other hand, time-restricted eating goes hand in hand and refers to the circadian clock, circadian rhythm in the human body. And this permits a person to eat as much as they want during the eating time window. It aligns the eating and the fasting cycle to the 24-hour circadian rhythm in humans. So now that you know all about intermittent fasting, let's get into my experience with it. Good morning. It's 6 a.m. and it's day 1 of my intermittent fasting. I know it's really dark right here, but outside is super dark because it's only 6 a.m. I'm eating before I go to work. I'm gonna be breaking my fast with these paleo banana egg pancakes. I also sprinkled some chia seeds, some coconut flakes, maple syrup on top. Since I broke my fast at 6 a.m., I'm going to be doing 8 hours, so I can eat until 2 p.m. today. So I guess I'll just eat my lunch at work and then call it a day. Maybe eat another snack after lunch before 2 p.m. This morning I was 132 pounds, which is kind of a lot. I feel like I say this every single video, but I gained a little bit of weight. I'm on like the higher end of my spectrum of my weight range that I'm usually at. I'm usually 130 to 132. I'm hoping that this intermittent fasting can help me lower my weight a little bit. Hey guys, so I'm back from work and I really want to eat something. I just want to like eat something because that's what I do after work. I eat dinner. But I can't eat. The fact that I can't eat, I think tricking with my mind because now I want to eat more because I can't eat. Does that make sense? Anyway, I guess just gonna drink a lot of water, try not to eat.
1 hour later.
So I failed. I ended up eating apples with peanut butter because I felt like eating something. I also ate a handful of nuts. I think I'm gonna push my eating window back so that the nighttime is included or like dinner time is included. I might try eating starting my breakfast at noon and then eating till 8 p.m. That might work a little bit better for me. My issue is that I love breakfast so much. So we're gonna see how tomorrow goes. So yesterday I ended up eating everything at nighttime. I think it was the mindset of not being able to eat that really made me almost binge. I'm gonna try and push my eating window back today. Today's day 2 and push it back to like my lunchtime and then start eating from my lunchtime to whenever 8 hours after that is. And my lunchtime really varies depending on what time I'm working. Today I'm gonna be eating lunch at 2:30. So that means my eating window is gonna be until 10:30 tonight. I'm gonna drink some coffee right now. So again, I saw food and I wanted to eat. You know what? I think I'm gonna start this thing. I'm gonna see if this even exists. I don't know if it does, but I'm gonna like split my eating windows, such as eat breakfast and then eat dinner. But then during work, for that 8-hour span of the time that I'm going to work, I'm not gonna eat. I'll just drink water or I'll drink my coffee. I think that will actually be pretty beneficial because there will be a 8-hour fasting window. It'll just be when I'm working. So then just don't eat anything at work. And that kind of helps because then I don't have to disinfect my dishes when I come home, because whenever I pack lunch, I feel like I have to disinfect and quickly soap everything. Obviously I wash my dishes, but I take that extra step to sanitize because it went to the outside world. So if everything stays inside my house, it's easier to clean, it's easier to eat. I just have to make sure that I eat my greens because at work I'll always eat a salad and I'll always pack a salad. But this time I'm just gonna try not to eat at work, and I think that'll actually be really easy for me because at work I have to keep a mask on, and if I don't have to take my mask off, I can just drink liquids. Then it might actually be easier and less stressful for me at work. So we're gonna try this out and see if moving my eating window is okay to my work time. For breakfast, again, I'm gonna be eating these almond flour, banana, and what else did I put in here? Egg pancakes. I made these yesterday in bulk, so I'm gonna be eating the rest of it this week for breakfast, and it's pretty good. I'm gonna add some chia seeds, coconut flakes, and maple syrup once again. Hi, so I'm back home from work. I ended up surviving at work with no food for 8-9 hours, and actually it wasn't that bad. I felt a little bit of a hunger or like mental that I'm wanting to eat around lunchtime, but right as I got home, I just ate some food and I feel okay now. So I think it's actually gonna work for me. So we're gonna keep doing it like this and we'll see what happens. Hey everyone, so I'm back from work. I went to Trader Joe's. I obviously didn't eat at work because I'm trying to do that thing where I don't eat at work. And I bought a little bit much at Trader Joe's because I was hungry. You know that you're not supposed to go to the grocery store when you're hungry, but I did. And so I got some good stuff. I got some vegan banana loaf that I already packaged away. I got the organic corn chip dippers, which are amazing. And I also got this extra hot habanero ghost pepper salsa. I heard it's really hot, but I've heard such good things about this. So I'm gonna eat this with the corn chip dippers and I'm going to enjoy myself after eating this black bean noodles that I made the other day. It's called jjajangmyeon in Korean. It kind of originated in China, but then Korean people kind of adapted it to their cuisine. So this is called jjajangmyeon, and I love it. I love it so much. It's so good. My favorite food. Honestly, anything Korean food wise is like amazing to me. Let me eat the jjajangmyeon. I'm gonna eat this corn chip dipper. It's kind of nice. Like, I'm eating a lot right now, and I don't know if like later on when I weigh myself, it's gonna backfire. And I'm just eating back all my calories from when I'm fasting during the day. I don't know if that will be the case, but if it is, then we'll find out a little bit later. I'm hoping that right now I can kind of just eat what I want in like reasonable portion sizes because I fasted for 8 hours. Let's hope that that's the case. I don't know if it is. I'm just gonna enjoy myself and eat a little bit more because I didn't eat for the 8 hours. Actually, not eating at work is actually a lot easier than I thought it would be, because mentally you're like, oh, it's my lunchtime, I gotta eat something. But honestly, if you sit there for a few minutes, you realize you're not that hungry and you don't have to eat. I'm mainly just really dehydrated during my workday, so focusing on hydrating more than eating more. My experience so far with this type of fasting is pretty good. I tweak my hours, so my suggestion would be to you to make sure you choose hours that work for you. And just because someone online has said, oh, I do 12 to 8 p.m. and those hours work perfectly for me, and this is what works for me, that doesn't mean that it's gonna work for you. So you need to kind of adjust your hours and tweak them if you are trying to do intermittent fasting. And you can also start with like lower numbers, such as like starting off with 5 hours of fasting and slowly going up by 1 hour each day. I'm just gonna stick with 8 hours because that's good enough for me. I just got done eating jjajangmyeon and my chips and salsa, and I want to eat more, but I'm so full that I can't. Or fasting really shrinks your stomach. I'm just gonna snack on a little bit more strawberries and then I'll be done eating for the day. This is definitely decreasing my total number of calories that I would usually eat during the day. I think I'm gonna see some results, hopefully, but we'll see. In conclusion, I lost half a pound. I was 32 pounds in the beginning, and then I became 31.5 pounds by the end of the week. And this was my weight on Saturday after 3 days of intermittent fasting. I kind of did a revised version of intermittent fasting because I couldn't handle the original way that it's supposed to go. I don't know if you could really call what I did intermittent fasting, but I tried and then I tweaked the hours a little bit so that it would fit to my standard. I was able to lose this amount of weight even though I felt like I was eating a lot during my eating window. Even though I had a positive outcome, I realized that in the beginning I probably should have started with more lenient intermittent fasting because I was just a beginner. It was way too hard for me in the beginning, so I think I will just go with time restricted eating for 12 hours a day. So for example, I'll probably just eat 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. without thinking too hard about the number of calories that I'm going to be eating. This, I think, would be the most beneficial for me mentally and physically. If you guys like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you're notified when I upload once a week, every week. Don't forget to check out my Instagram, Michelle Yang with 2 eyes. Hope you guys are staying safe, and I love you guys. Bye!